Hello out there in YouTube land. It's Bruce, 51 Napco. There's not really much going on today. I got to go to work in a little while. There's a couple things that I want to do on the truck though, before I go to work, I think. This side over here, the exhaust manifold or the header is leaking. So I think I'm going to pop that off real quick and put some RTV on the gasket and put it back together. And also down in there, I don't know if I'm pointing the camera correctly, but the fuel pump, I need to make the ground wire. I need to connect that up to the switch that's on the block. That's the oil pressure switch. So the fuel pump comes on when the oil pressure builds up and turns off if the engine ever dies. So I want to do those two things. And just little other odds and ends. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start on this header. And that's really about it. I got the next couple of days off, so I might tackle something more. I don't know what. Because there's always more things to do on this truck. Because it's by far not done. It's I've just been pressing to try to get it on the road is the main thing. So, but it's definitely by far not finished. Obviously, it's not painted all the way. So, but. And then that's the thing about the paint. I don't really want to touch the what's been done, the primer or anything, until I'm ready to tackle that. You know, I need to at least get some other primer. And I did talk to Double R Restorations a little bit yesterday about the primer that he's using, because I like that color. And what I'm thinking is, if you see, I'm trying to point it good, the color of my truck is like a pearl red, but it's pretty close to the color that Russ is using on his for that epoxy. And he gave me the name of the place, and I don't remember it off the top of my head. But I'm thinking that if I just use that prime and use it as a primer and a sealer on the rest of my body pieces, and just scuff this paint. And also I'll have to fix the parts that are bad. There's a couple of places that I need to go back over again. But if I just prime with that same color that he's using on his Camaro, then it should all match, I'm thinking. And I think I'm going to use a different brand. I need to also talk to Darren after he gets better. I've messaged him a couple times about it. But I need to talk to him about paints. And I also talked on, what do you call it? Bumble, that 265 Chevy, that chat room thing that he made up. So I've talked a little bit about the paints on there also. And apparently the paint that I used, or that I bought for this paint shop to use, that did an absolutely horrendous job on what they did, it doesn't cover very well anyway. So I'm thinking maybe I ought to use a different paint. But then again, I mean, like I'm saying, it's that's a ways down the road, because that's going to entail buying product, and that's not in the cards right now. I just want to get the thing on the road so I can take it to a couple car shows this year, you know, through the summer or whatever. Anyway, so that's what's going on, and if I do something fancy right now, I'll turn this thing back on and let you know what I'm up to. Well, here we go. I thought this was why I had a lot of the noise, because my number 2 cylinder was leaking, obviously. But guess what? Every single one of them is. So that just goes to show you. And these headers are just junk. They don't fit. I don't know if you can see, but this plug, I had to bend the hell out of it with a pipe just to get the plug in it. I think I had to on this one a little bit also. I had to do the same thing on the other side. So they're just crap. And obviously they don't seal properly either. So I'm just going to RTV the shit out of them right now and put them back, because they're only temporary anyway. What I'd like to do is get those Speedway Ram's Horn, the stainless steel manifold that they have. That way I can go up over the plugs. And then also on this side, just to show you, it'll help me out a lot with my steering. Because right now, right here, the header doesn't touch the steering, but it's real close. And I just think that's a kind of a heat issue. I was going to put a blanket on it, but I haven't yet. But, you know, that way, I mean, you're just cooking the power steering fluid, and I don't like that. So, but if I get those Ram's Horn ones, then it'll go up over the top and it'll dump down the center, which is where they dump now, which is just fine. So anyway, that's where I'm at right at the second. Okay, got it all back together on this side. I don't know if you can see the RTV in there, but it's squished out pretty good, so hopefully it'll at least diminish the leaks a little bit temporarily. I didn't have any red RTV, so which is high temp. But this stuff that I have is some sort of special Chevy awesome stuff, so we'll just have to see what happens. But it'll be better than it was for sure. Well, that's all I got done today. Gotta go to work. But every little bit counts. So hopefully that'll help with the noise also. So, still waiting on my stickers. I mailed off for them Wednesday. It's now Monday, so it's been, what, 5 days? So, hopefully I'll get them before too long. They said up to 6 weeks, but everybody I've talked to says maybe 2 weeks, so we'll just have to see what happens. Yeah, but as soon as I get them, I'll be ready to drive. So, and then I'll have to pull the truck back out and put the tires back on it. Sure wish I had a 10-foot garage door. Anyway, that's what's going on. Till the next update.